Welcome to one of this year's most challenging races, where the combination of high speed and complex corners makes this one of the drivers' favourite tracks. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the RELP show. No, I'm only joking. It is a Formula 4 Racing. And yes, if you guessed it, well, the Peas is dominating this one, of course. And a bit of fun there early up in the morning. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We hope you're doing well. And of course, how are you there, Housey? Round 2, here we go.
Yep, very well, thank you. Very good to start with a laugh. We do like having a good laugh on this side to start the day.
I was going to. We were discussing prior to going on air how we were going to do that one, mate. But yeah, took your advice, and well, I hope the boys are all well and alive, and well, they're all awake and got a fire under their butt after that one there, mate. Because well, what more can you say?
Well, this is the discussion we were having in a bit of tongue-in-cheek beforehand. What else can we say? I mean, it's a bit like that at the moment. So, yeah, hopefully the words have lit some candles, and we'll get somebody dethroning the Peas this week.
Well, I mean, anything is possible. Hopefully, excuse me, yeah, anything is possible. We've got a couple of boys. Oh, Kaiser's already testing out these insta-spin curbs, and he was going very, very slow there, Housey. And, well, I'll tell you what, mate, nearly lost it on an outlap, of course. But, yeah, nevertheless, I hope everybody's well. Yes, we are here at round 15. Suzuka, Japan, one of the homes of the Honda racing team, of course. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritties, why don't we, while we're getting the boys underway. We've got this track, magnificent circuit here at Suzuka, of course, in Japan. 3.608 miles, or 5.807 kilometers. Now, a capacity here, Housey. This is magnificent. Now, I wasn't quite aware of this until a couple of days ago. But at capacity, this stadium around this magnificent circuit holds 155,000 people. And not only that, it is the 6th rendition of this fantastic, only figure-8 circuit on the calendar track here at Suzuka. First opened in 1962. And, well, I mean, before my time, some would say I beg to differ, but no, definitely way before my time. And, well, we've got the race lap record, it must be said, held by Lewis Hamilton of a 1:30.983. And that was in the W10 in 2019, believe it or not, Housey. And, yeah, well, we've got 18 corners here around this figure-8 circuit. And you either love it or hate it. Me, personally, well, I'm absolutely a huge fan of this track. And, well, these curves here through the S section that Kaiserhoff is just navigating, mate, is, well, very, very treacherous indeed. You want to stay well away from those curves, as we did see in the Aussie division. Not too many spun it there, to be fair to those lads. They did a stellar job during this Grand Prix. But the second Degner as well that Kaiser's just gone through, he can be very, very greedy on entry in there, Housey. And, well, I mean, the exit is where the pinch point is, of course. The track does narrow on exit. And, well, we'll have a look at this. Now, we've got Ramsell in chat. Now, because I got the mic, I'm going to win here. But I'll tell you what, Ramsell, I've just decided to turn up. I'll tell you what, for a foreigner, not too bad at all there, I reckon, Ramsell. I reckon I've missed less than you, my friend, and it's your time zone. So, I mean, Jesus, talk about the caliber of the man. We've got Mikey G in the chat. And how are you there, Mikey? Good to see you. Are you on the grid? You most certainly are. And the extremist, where did he lose that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, turn 7, Dunlop curve. And I'll tell you what, he must have touched one of those curbs. And around he went. So Kaiser get himself underway here, Housey, with a 29.9. I got Curly out there on track in the first sector. And Denge, your boy and Denge, just coming through the chicane now, exiting turn 18. So it's a 1 minute 29.1. As well, Nico is next. We'll flick down to Nico. Where is Nico? I think I've just gone past him.
Across the line.
He's just gone past him. Yeah, certainly has. So
Rothman's boys, Bannister and Drofter are about to take the line here. So
well, Bannister's very, very loose. Drofter's tucking in on the inside, taking the shortest run. And on the medium, so it's a 129.5. Bannister set a 131.8. As I've just missed Andenge, and Andenge is going quicker with a 1 minute 29.1 as these laps are coming in thick and fast. We've got Curly there on the back straight. He's about to enter 130R as we speak. I do believe he will be next, and we'll just keep an eye on this lad, mate.
Yep, DJ put a lap time in there of a 130.0 as well. P4 for him. Keep an eye where the Kaiser's going again. I think Kaiser might be trying to push again. Going to run out of battery though. Curly then across the line. 32.8 for Curly. Let's see if Kaiser is going to take this one or box it. It will be one of the cat boys.
Nah, he's invalidated. Just invalidated. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. He's thrown that one in the pit lane. So we'll flick up to Peas, going through a turn 17, turn 18 now. And, well, there you go. The championship leader. Can he do anything wrong? Oh, I'll tell you what, a 29.0 on the medium. Not too shabby at all from our championship leader. Got energetics. Well, he's just slowed up. I'm not too sure. He's just getting... Oh, he's got no nose energetics. So he's had a bit of an excursion off track. We've got the godfather of the league in the... Well, on the grid, of course. We've got full course yellows. 1, 2. Sectors 1 and 2. I do believe that would have been for a slow Peas getting out of Aylan's way. And, well, let's just see how Aylan tackles this one, staying away from those curves. I tell you what, you watch the POVs of some of these boys, even in the Aussie division, and, well, you can see the tenterhooks as soon as they go anywhere near those curves, because they all do know that it is curtains once you touch those bad boys. Oh, Aylan! Aylan has just gone wide, invalidated this run. He will need to go again. We'll flick back down to energetics because what's he doing out there? He's invalidated. He's prepping for another lap here, how's I? He's turned his ERS off, so he's done a bit of a charge. And, well, there you go. Energetics doing what Energetics does. He's tricked me there, a beauty. Because that's right, he does not have a front wing.
Curly then goes a little bit faster on that time. Second lap for Curly, 32.0. Bloomster also went quicker.
Bloom!
Bloom! We've got to wait for that, get that one on board. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That one in somewhere later on.
Yeah, I certainly do, my friend. I certainly do.
Yeah, Zerk's about to take line. He's on the mediums. He's done a lap already, but he's going to improve here. He does so. 29.7 for Zerk. Then second lap on the mediums for the Cadbury's lad.
I'll tell you what, though, Housey, I'm not too sure about the... I know the boys want to save a set, but it's not, in my opinion, unless there's rain coming. I mean, I'd rather a brand new set of over a worn set any day of the week. And if you want to save a set, I mean, you just have to use your first set in a Q1 in the first time you go out of the garage in a Q2. And if you do make it, of course. And, well, you've saved a set right there. Because that first set you're going to throw in the bin, of course. And not too sure the way these boys are thinking, but there's 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them all out on track. Well, a couple of them in the garage, well, one of them in the garage, of course. But I speak of the medium runners. Now, they must be thinking something a little bit different to what we are thinking there, Housey. But we did see a bit of a mixed bag work in the Aussie division, of course, there, mate. And, well, I mean, if you ask me, the race ace tyre to be on is definitely the medium, the longevity of it, and it's just stellar tyre. It's a stellar tyre. It just puts in the lap after lap after lap. It takes a long time for them to fall off the cliff. And, well, I mean, we did see that in the Aussie stream. Some of them stretching them 21, 22 laps. And, well, there you go. A bit of a... bit of inside info there for some of the boys. Got DJ in the chat. How are you, DJ? Good to see you, mate. And, well, let's just hope DJ has a good race this one. I know he's itching for an interview there, Housey. And hopefully, he can join us after this one, of course, for an interview. We've got Aylan out there on track, out of fuel at the moment. Or is he out of fuel? Yes, he certainly is. Getting out of the way of Wabstappen. And Wab Stappen about to get himself underway. There he is. There is the reserve driver. Oh, he's had a bit of an excursion too. That reserve livery looks nice and dirty there. How's he? Looks nice and dirty, so he's gone off track somewhere. And we'll just see how he fares, of course. I am Sloth out there on track. And Ramsell! Ramsell is nearly in the wall. Oh, there you go. 90 degrees to the track is never, ever, ever good. And, well, let's just hope the chiropractor doesn't require any of his services after that one, of course, being the chiropractor. Just hope he's okay. He's quite happy with a 29.0. Says, I'll see you boys in a Q2. And, well, DJ in chat saying he absolutely loves this track. And, well, we'll see how DJ fares a little bit later on, of course. Chewy is out there on track. He's the furthest along on track on a timed run. So we're going to stay with Chewy here. I've got Slothy behind him, and then behind him we have Wab Stappen. So we'll keep an eye on this one. And, yeah, Ramsell reckons he was just saying he was just keeping out of the way. To me, that looked like a big F. And, well, I mean, we'll just see how you go, Ramsell. It's only Q1. Get him out of the way early as Chewy sets a 131.010 as we'll flick down to Sloth. He's coming through turn 18 now on the start-finish straight. Sets a 29.3. Not too bad at all, Slothy boy. As we'll go to Wab Stappen. Now, this is the first time me calling this lad. And was his debut last week, I do believe, Housey. Sets a 1 minute 30.979 for the Wabby boy. And let's just see how he fares, of course. Your boy, Mikey G, is out there on track there, Housey, and, excuse me.
Yep. Dofter's taking the line again for another lap. Bannister just crossing the line, but not improvement at this point in time. So we've got Mikey G up to set his opening time, a 130.6 on the medium. And got Rothman's and Kaiser's invalidated here. We've got Cat about to take the line as Bluester. He's going to open up his lap then. So it's Chewy on another lap here. Currently 13th. He is 3/10 up on his time so far. Just coming towards the end of the second sector is Chewy. See what the second split time is. Yep, he's still 2.5 tenths up is Chewy up on his time. So he's going to be the next one to cross the line here. Just picking him up then through turns 16 and 17. Exit this 18. Does he take a short run? He doesn't. He stays quite wide there. Improves his time by 2/10. P11 for Chewy then. Wabby is not going any faster behind. He's got a Texaco Sloth for company.
Where is Sloth? P4. Yeah,
he hasn't used the battery on this one though, so I think he's going to box it. Probably pretty happy with that, to be honest.
Well, Bannister's out there.
Just
yeah.
Purpled for the middle sector. If we're led to believe what the track map shows us, Bloomster could be on for a good one here. I haven't tracked him all the way around the lap, but...
well, Bannister does improve P11 with a 1 minute 30.758 there, Housey. Great time from him. As who is next? Is that, well, that is Iserhoff. Or it might be Mikey G going. No, he's going in the pit lane. Kaiserhoff's out there on track, and let's just see if he completes this one. Looks like he's going to. He certainly is there, Housey. He's well and truly safe at the 29.9, but nothing better than getting your eye in. As Bloom does go quicker too as well by a couple of tenths. So it's a 1 minute 30.517. And, well, the boys are getting their eye in well and truly and good and proper here, Housey. We have lost the extremist early doors, which is... well, I'll tell you what, he likes a special mention, does the extremist out there on for his race summary. So maybe that's what he's aiming for. And, well, we've got to be awakened to that game, of course, there, Housey. We want him to qualify. And, well, Curly out there on track at the moment, on an out lap. Same with the Godfather, yet to set a time. So we'll just wait for these boys to prep themselves nicely, and that's where we're going to focus. There's going to be 4 minutes. There is 4 minutes. Not going to be. There is 4 minutes remaining in this session. And, well, let's just see how the boys fare. The name of the game here, folks, is all about survival. All about survival. That's what it's all about. And, well, you just want to get yourself out of Q1, then you roll onto a Q2. You get yourself out of a Q2. And then, well, we get to see what sort of pace the boys have in that glorious, glorious Q3 as Bannister's just cruising his way back to the pit lane. I'll jump up to Bloom. There he is there, about to enter the third sector. I do apologise. And he is slower. So
Yeah, I think
Curly getting
it's gonna
himself.
be Aylin.
Well, Aylan's
He's
on
up
an
there,
out lap.
further-
Curly's just
yeah,
started a
further
lap.
right.
And
Yeah,
Curly, well, I'll tell you
further
what, he's took a way wrong line there, mate. He was well off on the grass, getting his tyres nice and cool. That's not what you want, especially around here, mate. You want to keep them all on the black stuff. And there's no prize around here for a little bit of a cut because it just takes a lot of temperature. And around this twisty track, well, that's not what you want. So we'll see how he does it again there. He touches the grass. He loves the grass. We might call Curly the lawnmower man. As well, let's just see how he fares. He's entering the hairpin as we speak now there, how's I? And the lawnmower man doing his thing. And well, he's approaching the spoon curve at the moment. And it's a magnificent corner here, folks. Absolutely full tilt into the entry. And just trail breaking as we go, of course, as Curly's demonstrating a little bit. He's wide. He's well wide. Would have lost a lot of time there, Housey. And let's just see how he goes, of course. There is a second sector split here. Let's just see where he is. He's relevant. Oh, he's level pegging with his previous his previous best as I just pay attention to the chat. And, well, Kaiserhoff saying groundskeeper Willie to... And DJ saying, oh, God, not another nickname. As Curly, the lawnmower man, sets a 1:32.0. The Godfather, well, that's a bit better from him. Well, that's 29.4. As we'll flick down to Energetics, because he's the only one yet to set a time. He's gotten, well, virtually no one in front of him. I do believe that is Denge about to get himself started. We're going to stay with Energetics here, mate.
And
DJ's compatriot. DJ's compatriot. There we go. There's a newie.
It must be Nico. It is Nico. Further back, the second Old Spice behind him. He's on an out lap anyway. So, Energetics and Purple's the middle sector. See what he can do to close the lap then through the world famous hairpin there. Or chicane, should we say, at the last end of the lap. We all know what's happened back in the good old 80s. Energetics and sets a 30.422.
I was waiting for the bite there, DJ, but we got it in the end. Absolutely brilliant from you, my friend. Curly's out there on track. Not too sure what he's doing there, mate. Is he going again? He's got the fuel to do so. He's burning ARS. Let's just see where he is at that second sector. Well, there you go. He's up by nearly a second, is the Curls. And, well, still won't pull him out of this drop zone, of course. He's sitting on a 32.0. Should be a 31.0 if he sets and completes this one. And, well, just burning those socks.
No. Bit squirrely there on the exit. Lost a bit of time, he does. He lost about 2/10 on that final exit. But does go faster. 31.2 for the lawnmower man, Mr. Curly. I can't believe you've done that.
I can't believe I've done it either, but it works. And if he keeps touching the grass, why not? Why not? I mean, this is a big no-no. Whoa! Bannister's around! Bannister's around! Oh, I'll tell you what, Bannister, that was close. He's kept it off the wall, which is amazing to do at Dunlop Curve, mate. And those tyres will be cooking. So he's just got to chill it, cool his jets. Oh, Bannister's still sending it. He's still sending it. Ooh, yeah, he's short shifting, so that's okay. And that is it there, Housey. We've got Curly out there on... Who is?
Nico's on one here. Rosberg.
He's safe though, mate. There's no excitement anymore. He's safe. He's safe. He's 7.7 seconds slower than his previous best. Bannister has invalidated. And Curly, I think, is backed out of this one. So, well, there you go. There you go. That's Q1 done and dusted there, Housey. And we have a drop zone, mate. We will be losing Chewy. Excuse me. No, we won't be losing Chewy. Wab Stappen out. Curly out, and the extremist. We lost early doors, of course. And, well, DJ Death Dragon's been sitting back, eating his popcorn, and enjoying the show here, Housey. And, well, there he is there. If you say that again. Well, I mean...
his popcorn, smoking his pipe.
Well, smoking is exactly right there from that man. I mean, Jesus. I reckon if he's
That normally happens in Q1 though. To be fair, that's not, when he's not on the track in Q1, that's what's happening.
Well, I reckon
we know his drill.
I reckon when he's there, he is there, popcorn. You mean to smoke? I reckon DJ be like one of them blokes that like when you get a lot of dust on you and you tap your arm and the dust puffs up. But when DJ sits down and it's just a cloud of smoke, boof. Oh, poor old DJ. We've got no one out on track except for Bloom. That is his AI. That is the session done. Just waiting for this to. Oh, Bloom is in the chat. Q2. And he's pumped. He's pumped.
Q2. Yeah, he has got a Q2 session here.
Oh, you got. He's here we go.
Burst the bubble. Burst the bubble.
Oh shit!
Two drivers in this division not to make a Q3 session. Can you guess who they are? Obviously, one's pretty obvious because I'm bursting the bubble. It is Bloomster. The other one is Bannister.
The two? Well, got B1 and B2 in the Aussie side. Oof.
The funny thing about that is obviously there's 3 in the league in total that haven't made the Q3, and the other one's Blue Dog. So Bloom, Blue Dog, and Bannister.
Oh, we just need Brad Tay in there. We've got the daily double. Oh Jesus! There you go, folks. That is the timing tree. Excuse me while we sort ourselves out here. But yes, Web Stappen out, Curly out, the Extremist out. And there you go. That is the session done. Q2 to roll on, folks. Here we go.
Curly jumping on board with the lawnmower, man. So that's nice to see.
Great to see from the curls, of course.
If you do need your lawn cutting out there, then get hold of Curly. He'll be more than happy to come and do it for absolutely free.
Yeah, that's right. On his Monday evening, he'll just get out there in his F1 lookalike lawnmower. International. He'll just go there and just start clipping the grass. Anyway, let's move on there, Housey. As
international grass
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Sorry, Curly.
He's a good lad. He knows it's all tongue in cheek.
It is.
And he said that he was laughing so hard on the lap, that's why he lost it. Yeah, okay. All right. He's blaming us for him losing time. Well, I mean, no, I don't think so there, Kills. I mean, we can throw out all the excuses in the world, but it's okay, mate. It's okay as long as you're out there having fun, you keep it clean. That's all that matters there, my friend. Droftas is the first one to blink here, Housey, in a Q2 session.
Yeah, it is.
He's on the medium. He is on the medium, so we're going to keep an eye on Droftas, of course. And Dench out the
medium too.
Exactly right. So that's the way you'd expect these boys to sort of travel. Start this one on the medium, finish on the soft. You'd want to do that, of course. You get more life. You preserve the life of the tyres is what I probably should have said on the soft compound. When the car is lighter in a Grand Prix, of course, you don't want to be out there with the big, heavy tank of fuel. As Droftas has let the resident Swede, Mr. Hazy, no, he's not, has he? Yes, he has.
Playing.
They're playing.
Are playing kiss jokes out there.
Oh, there you go, Endon says, I've had enough of this.
No, you hang up. No, you hang up. That's you. No, I love you. No, I love you. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you go. All right, I'm going now. Okay, bye. No, you go. Go on, put the phone on. 1, 2, 3. Bye. Oh, you didn't hang up. Oh, my God. That's taking me back some years.
Oh, I tell you what, mate. Jesus. Anyway, let's just. Well, we'll keep
the today won't know what that's all about.
No, they will not, mate. They will not. We'll dust the old cobwebs off the shoulders and we'll get cracking here, Housey. Because here comes Andenge about to set himself up for a first timing run of this Q2 session.
Been out of sorts a little bit lately, actually, Andenge.
Well, I think I think it is.
DNF last week as well. I don't know whether it's pressure. I don't know. Normally, such a solid driver. Oh, he nearly loses it there as well. But just on the edge, it seems, the last few weeks. Have you say? What was you going to say?
Who is that? Who is Thema FF101? Not too sure who that is. Not too sure. But he's a driver. Pot 4s shouldn't be in Q3. Get out of my pot, son. Well, this is a Q2. And
is that, just Mikey?
Is that just Mikey?
I don't know. I know Mikey wasn't here tonight, and I know he's going to see if he could try and tune in. And obviously the pot 4 battle with Bloomster going on
Yeah,
there.
well, it could.
It could
Oh,
be.
it's Bannister. There he is there. Bannister's made a Q2 as well. So I'll tell you what, Banno. If you get into a Q3, buddy boy. Oh, Jesus.
Alistair and Bloom is the ones we want to cheer on
Well,
here.
I'll
to
tell
get
you
to
what, he might
Q3.
be looking for a bit of a promotion. But yes, no. There he is there. Tommy has joined. And, well, we did see Tommy in the Aussie stream. He'll be starting at the back of this one. Just making up the numbers there to get a full grid happening. Thank you very, very much, Tommy. And Dench, there he is, turn 16, turn 17, turn 18. Three in a row there with a quick chicane. And here he comes with a 1 minute 29. No, it's not. It's a 30.0. Droftas slows.
Time.
Yeah, he slows wild. This is Funny Buggers time here, mate. We've got Peas out there as well. We got Bloom. Bloom's out there on track. This is going to be relevant. Bloom sent it, and he's a 30.6 P3 for now. We'll flick up to Kaiserhoff because he certainly is next on the medium set. So 1 minute 30.1. We've got boys coming in thick and fast. It is Xerxes. Xerxes goes P6 with a 31.8. And who was that? I Am Sloth with a 28.5. Puts himself up there in the very top. DJ Slow's well and truly right up. That is what they do. That is what they do. Look at Peas. Peas is going to do the same. No, he does not. Peas sets a 28.7. So interesting. I don't think he'll beat that on the medium. I could be wrong. Nico Rosberg, there he is there. What a great time from him. On the track map, it shows he's dead still. He is dead still. There he is there. There he is there. We have to get on board with him. And, well, entering the first Degner now. P3 for that man. Great lap. As we'll go to Mikey G out there on track, Housey.
Yep, through the first sector then. Just coming to the end of the SS through turn 7 then. Into these Degners. Degner 1, Degner 2.
I tell you what, Mikey G's got to get his livery all sorted out because he's had instructions and, well, I mean, Droftas, sort your fellow compatriot out, mate, because tell you what, mate, that's, well, 3 weeks in a row and we can't be having that. Boys taking the livery into their own hands. No. Get it right there, Mikey G. And, well, we know you're not thick, so get it all sorted, mate. Oh! Who was that?
It wasn't. Is that Sloth?
Is that Sloth? Sloth is in la.
It was Sloth.
Oh, Sloth is in a bit of la land, and I tell you what, he might be hearing from the stewards after that impingement, and we'll just see how Mikey G fares.
The purple to middle sector is Mikey G, but yeah, lap definitely compromised by Sloth a little bit there. I mean, I guess if they'll both get through, it'll be water under a bridge. Mikey G then 29.5 on the soft, P3 for the moment. It was Sloth obviously behind. He's then in validation on this time. Energex, is he going again? He's already set 30.2. He's going to invalidate that. He does. Too much of the last corner. So we have got Chewy on a lap here. He's coming into the final 3 corners, 16, 17, 18. Get him over the line then, a 130.4. P8 on the soft tyre for Chewy.
Well, I'll tell you what though, Housey, now we've come to that glorious part of Q2 where nothing very much happens out on track. Tell you what, mate, probably a good opportunity for you to go through your glorious stats there, my friend. And while there's not much action, all the boys are in the pit lane. There's a couple of boys heading out, and Den just heading out. Mikey G just done his hot one, of course, and, well, he slowed right up for a bit of a cool-down lap here. So probably a good idea, good timing to get your stats happening there, how's I?
Let's run through a couple, then we'll just run through some loose ones here before we have a look at the table if we get a chance. So last week at Imola is equalled Austria for the most DNFs in a race for this side of the division. 5 DNFs last week in Imola for these boys and 5 in Austria earlier on in the season. Obviously, told you that little stat about the 2 drivers yet to see a Q3 session. So
yes,
last week's best team was Texaco. The worst finish last week by the team was Cadbury's. Cadbury's had a shocking week last week, to be honest with you. Both sides of the division. Said earlier in that Australian side, they're the first team not to score any points for the Australian side.
Well, I mean, I hate to play devil's advocate here, but last week the Aussie boys didn't race, so that's probably a good start. I'm joking, mate.
But last time out, then.
Yes.
If we want to be pedantic over it, then okay.
You should know better, Housey. You should know better.
Yeah, I should know better. Yeah. Rothmans are the only team not to win, get a driver of the day, and I don't think they've had and a pole as well. So it's the only team not to have had a win, a driver of the day, or a pole position. Cadbury's also haven't had a pole position, but I've got everything else. So Rothmans need to step up the game in terms of that. Although I will defend a driver of the day for Rothmans because Droftus did have it a few weeks ago, and he selflessly gave it up to one of the other drivers. So
He did
get the vote, but gave it up. So he, technically speaking, he did have one, but yeah, not how it's gone down in the statistics book.
No, it is
So-
not. It was overridden.
It was overridden. So you keep an eye on the track then, and we'll have a quick rundown of the table then.
Absolutely,
P6 top
mate.
for the tree, 312. Oh, Bloomster's round. Extends his lead, does Pease this week. Pole position and the win last week for Pease. Highest pot one and cat driver. Pills is second. Unfortunately, not here tonight, so he's gonna rue this. Unfortunately, sometimes things get in the way, and life is life, but not gonna help him. Trying to claw that gap up, but he was the highest sales price last week was Pills with a P2 finish. Droftus is in third on 227 points. He's the highest Rothmans last week with a P4 finish. DJ moves up one spot this week then on 209 points. He was the highest pot 2 last week. Second in most places game with 9 places awarded last week. I know he was a bit miffed at me for not giving him driver of the day, to be honest, which I have apologised for. We're all good, I think. He might tell me off if he gets in that for this driver's room later on. He might well not speak to me, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Fifth then, down one spot is Andems this week, 193 points. Obviously a DNF as I touched on earlier last week for him. That's his third one of the season. Sloth sits sixth then, 182 points. He was the highest Texaco last week with P3. Curtis is along in seventh on 154 points. He did not start last week. Zerk's in eighth then, 143 points. DNF for him last week too. But Ramsel taking a penalty from the stewards for over that incident. Ninth then is Ramsel in the championship. He's on 129. He had his best qualifying last week with a 6, and he took a solid P8 in the race. He was joint most pits last week, or last time out though, with 3, and he had 3 penalty points for that incident with Zerks given to him, which now leaves him on 5 penalty points, driver penalty points, which gives him a 5-second penalty for this race. So one thing we need to keep track of later. Kaiser sits P10 then on 125 points. He was the highest pot 3 last time out with a P6. Extremist 11th, 120 points. He was the most places gained last time with 10. Great job from him. Just Mikey sits 12th on 114 points. He was the highest Cadbury's in pot 4 last time out with a P11. Bloom sits dead level on 100 points. It was a DNF last week for him. That's the second one for the season for him. Callum is 14th. Did not start last week. Junior 15th. On 86 points, he didn't start last week. Energetics up one spot on 69 points this week. P10 for him last time out. Bannister drops one, down to 59 points. Did not start last week. All shot down up one, 48 points for him. He was P12 last week. Fastest lap. Nico Rosberg, 19th in the table, 40 points. DNF last week for him. And rounding out our drivers then, 20 drivers, was Mikey G. P7 last week for him and a driver of the day. So good job. Best finish for G and the driver of the day to go to boot. Constructors then is Cat from Texaco, from Rothmans, from Cadbury, from Old Spice. Cat and Texaco now only 5 points apart in this P1, P2. So it's getting spicy at the top for the constructors.
Yeah, but that is this division. What about the combined? The combined is what it's all about here at Formula 4. That is what it's all about here at Formula 4, Housey.
To be honest, I didn't write down the combined.
Oh!
Energetics. Energetics. Have we lost Energetics out there?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing out there, mate. Not too sure if we lost him or he retired in the pit lane. But
he must have retired in the pit lane.
He's probably
on the incident.
Yeah, he's probably thinking best of the rest at the moment. And
well, we see that happen earlier, and then the people that were in 11 did drop. So.
Which I think is crazy around tracks like this. I understand I understand the thinking behind it, and thinking, oh, you know what, I'd rather start on a fresh set. But tracks like this, where it's very much follow the leader for the bulk of the track position is absolutely everything. So he's given that one up. Bannister, excuse me, just misses the top 10 at the moment. So the 1 minute 30.274, a tenth and a half away from Kaiserhoff, his teammate out there. His fuel light's just come on. He did set that lap. And I don't think he's going to have enough time to get out there again. We've got Chewy in the pit lane. Bloom is out there on an out lap. And, well, there you go. Bloom has just gone through Spoon. And he is he's prepping his car. And I can't believe I did that again. Thank you very much, Droftas. As, well, we'll just see how he fares. And Denge, comfortable in the garage. The boys are starting to retire, as you can see on screen. We're going to keep an eye on Bloom here. He wants to make a Q3. Come on, folks. Cheer him on home because this is his final push lap and see if Bloom can do it.
Guys are going quicker here. I know he's currently 10th, but he is up on his own time, so should push Nico down at least. I don't think he's quite got enough to do Mikey G, but he has.
He certainly has.
He picked up, yeah, just look. Picked up, I knew he was tracking for it, but didn't think he'd quite get there, but he did. Improves in the third sector as well, so Kaiser then improves to 8. Nico is out there. Obviously, Bannister not on one here, so pick back up with Bloom, I would say.
Mikey G's just started his lap, and yeah, Bloom is furthest along. There he is there, going through the hairpin.
11.
And, oh, I'll tell you what, the throttle control coming out of the hairpin there, Housey, is super, super critical. You get too quickly on that loud pedal, and whoop, around she will go and into the wall, usually without a front wing. But Bloom is, well, there he is there. Let's just see how this looks pretty tidy from the lad, Housey.
Yeah,
he is wringing the neck out of this one.
But not the tidiest of second sectors. He was up the first sector.
Oh, 3/10, 3/10.
Just about up.
Oh, come on, Bloom. You're nearly there, son. You're nearly there. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. We've got to get him home. Get him home. He needs a couple more tenths here, House. He needs a cracking last sector. And let's just see. Oh, very tentative. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? No. P11. Bad luck, Bloom. And Bloom and Bannister out. Oh, they know still the stat continues. Unfortunate for them. Aylin is the only one out on track. He's the only one that can make a dent in this running order. Can he drop Nico in the drop zone? Nico is still out there on track. What's he doing? Level pegging with his previous best there at the moment, Housey. Kaiserhoff has gone real deep, real wide, and he's not going to improve on this one. Excuse me. Nico Rosberg lurching with track limits there. This will be a good indicator when he reaches this second sector, just to see, well, this third sector, I should say. Ooh, 2.9, nearly 3/10 up there, Housey. Still keeps him in P10, but he's wants a couple more tenths through this last sector. He's gone deep. He's compromised his line on 17 and 18. You want to be hugging that line is what Nico's done. Is he improved? No, stays P10. Stays P10. We'll flick down to Aylin, the godfather of Formula 4, entering 16 now. Turn 17 at Apex. Turn 18 at Exit. And let's just see how he fares. This is going to be a valid lap. This is going to count. Can he do it? He does. Yes. P6. He's dropped Nico in the drop zone. Aylin, welcome back, my friend, into Q3 where he belongs. And great effort there, my friend. But I tell you what, Housey, that was a great Q2. And, well, here I am thinking, gee, that was almost good enough for a final Q3. But no, we've still got Q3 to go. So there you go. We've lost Nico, Bloom, Bannister, Energetics, and Chewy.
Yep. Cross-reference that time. So the fastest time on a medium in the Australian side earlier was a 29.053 from Tabbed, and we've just had Andenge then a 29.3 in this session. So only Andenge then, out of those top 10, actually on the medium tyre. The rest all gone on the softs.
Very well spotted there, Housey. Very, very well spotted. She has entered. Dun, dun, dun. Jess has entered. And yes, welcome, Jess. And you'll be interested to note that Aylin, the godfather, P6 at the moment, in Q3. Yes, DJ saying 3 Texaco lads in Q3. Ooh, DJ. I tell you what, he's itching for an interview, is DJ. Get those smokes into your DJ because there's going to be no time for rest once this one gets as... Hey, you guys, I think that is a Goonies reference, if I'm not mistaken, by the great Bloom. And there you go. He's saying a big hello to you too, Jess. And, well, what a great job did Bloomstar do last week while I was away there, Housey. I do understand you. Well, you had a monumental amount of boys in chat with you, and it must have been difficult at the best of
did.
times. But well, you did a phenomenal job in keeping it all flowing, of course. And Bloom, I tell you what, have we found a little gem in Bloom? Oh Jesus, his commentary skills are up to date, and well, very, very, very impressed from that lad, and as he likes the monumental amount of boys in the chat. Yes, he most certainly was. But I tell you what, in that monumental amount, the plethora of lads we had to choose from, Bloom definitely stood out there. Housey, the baritones of Bloom, and it was actually very, very enjoyable to watch that race back and to see the great man go about his business, giving you a hand there, Housey.
Yep, it was a bit fly off the wall stuff last week. Some boys obviously jumping in, getting on board with the comms train, and we had a bit of a party. We did have a joke, but yeah, in all fairness, it was
It was well
good to
behaved.
keep up.
I could imagine
Yeah,
it would have been.
it was.
It was well
Good
behaved,
fun,
but I
yeah.
did hear at one point. I did hear at one point because obviously I do watch the races back, everybody, and well, when I'm not there, at least anyway. I don't need to do it when I do it the commentary, but it was good to hear you say. I think you might have got a little bit hot under the collar at one point because I think I heard you say, "Righto, skates away, so we're all playing up, are we?"
Yeah. I did make a reference somewhere along the line. I'm sure I did. Yeah.
And once I heard that, because I know you so well, I thought, oh, Jesus, how's he cracked it there for a second?
It was very good.
No, it was. It was a brilliant job. I am not, not putting anything down at all. Stellar job. It was actually quite enjoyable. It was fun to watch, of course. And, well, I mean, yes, I did miss out there, Jess, on the Formula 4 party. But I dare say if I was in the commentary box, I don't think that party would have happened. But it was great great to say that the discovery of a Bloom was very, very pleasurable indeed. And well, maybe one day we might have to get him in for a proper session there. How's I?
Yeah, I mean, I think he has done some commentary before.
He has, yes.
Gone by. So yeah, again, to be fair, I was very impressed with him. Did a very good job, actually. To be fair, obviously my boy Anden's jumping in too,
Yes.
as well as Walker, Zerks. We had a bit of a Cadbury's party to start it off, actually, because both Cadbury's bit the bullet too early in the race. Bloom shortly in, so yeah. Before long, it was just like a party bus. We just kept stopping at the stops, picking them up, and on they came.
Well, I think Jess. Oh, Jesus, Aylin's have to well, get on a control mission here because Jess is absolutely loving Bloom's DJ voice. There's a bit of a double bagger there, Jess. Not too sure which way you're going with those thoughts, but no, I'm only joking, of course. Only joking. But yes, I am Sloth. Well, Purple Sectors, first one out there on track, of course. And, well, of course, we're going to see this track map light up. Purple. No one's set a time yet. And we'll just see how he fares, of course. He's about to cross the line any second now. He sets a 1 minute 28.8. And not too shabby at all there, Slothy boys. Xerxes will be next with a 29.2. Oh, Peas, what was he doing there? He still manages to go quickest. But there you go. Here comes Droftas. Droftas will be next. He sets a 28.6. P1 for now. Mikey G crosses the line with a 29.7.
Aylin. And DJ, so Aylin about to cross the line, does so at 29.5. DJ then in the final few corners now. What can DJ do? DJ! He's got all of his smokes out of his system. He's sitting back now. He's about to set his time. Nice and relaxed. With a 28.9 for his first time run. And your boy Anden's just going through the hairpin now there, How's I. He's approaching Spoon. And we've got Kaiser. Kaiser is in the chat. And, well, let's just... wrong way. He's gone the wrong way on race incidents. He's gone the wrong way and been disqualified. So he must have spun it. And trying to get back on track as the game's given him disqualification. Which
oh, how good is it?
Sometimes
that's why he's absolutely loving the game in chat. And well, there you go. That explains the reason why Kaiserhoff has a big DSQ next to his name. I tell you what, we did see a couple of guys in the Aussie stream as well. Get out of the way. Just be careful, boys. Of course, keep your footage, and it's all very relevant. But a couple of nothing to get too. Look, yeah, but nothing to get relaxed, Roy. Jesus, the love is real, folks. Did you hear the excitement out of Housey? I tell you what, the love is very real, Housey. Nothing to get too excited about just yet. But I mean, we've still got 6 minutes remaining. The boys have yet to show their real pace at the moment. Very solid bankers. But I tell you what, absolute bloom. That is why we love you. And he calls it how it is. I heard a climax as well. And did you hear it? I heard it. The love is real, ladies and gentlemen. I think Housey just put his foot in it.
That's just nice to see a change. I'm praying for him to get some form back, to be honest.
Oh, Jesus, dropped us. Coming in with some, well, some AO gold there. Not going to read that one out.
I need longer than that.
Oh, shit. Anyway, we've got Sloppy Boy out on track. Level pegging, I think he's going to go in the pit lane. We've come to that part of Q3 where not much happens here, Housey. The boys have set all their bankers. They'll all duck in the pit lane like what Slothy Boy's doing just now. And we will get to see them all towards the end of this session. So, yeah, there you go.
Let's do the team statistics then, Sonic. Why not? Run for it. Pole positions then, obviously, as I touched on earlier, none for Rothmans, none for Cadbury's, Old Spice with 5, Cat with 8, Texaco with 1, wins then 0 for Rothmans, 1 for Cadbury's, yeah. 1 for Old Spice, 11 for Cat, and 1 for Texaco. Cat really making waves there in a win. Peas, obviously, getting a lot of those. Fastest laps then, 2 for Rothmans, 3 for Cadbury's, 4 for Old Spice, 3 for Cat, 2 for Texaco. Driver of the day then, none for Rothmans, as we mentioned earlier. 2 for Cadbury's, 5 for Old Spice, 3 for Cat, 4 for Texaco. Podiums, 6 for Rothmans, 6 for Cadbury's, 10 for Old Spice, 15 for Cat, and 5 for Texaco. Team finishes, cars to the finish line, 47 for Rothmans, 40 for Cadbury's, 39 for Old Spice, 46 for Caterpillar, and 49 for Texaco. DNF sent, ones that nobody likes to have, is 5 for Rothmans, 10 for Cadbury's, 8 for Old Spice, 6 for Caterpillar, and 4 for Texaco. Did not start, 3 for Rothmans, 7 for Cadbury's, 9 for Old Spice, 4 for Cat, 3 for Texaco, and the pit stops then is 93 pit stops for Rothmans, 72 for Cat, 96 for Old Spice, 93 for Cat, 93 for Texaco. That was 72 for Cadbury's, I think I said Cat. Yeah, no, it's pictures looking at the moment. Obviously, after the rounds we've had so far, Rothmans could do with getting a few, as we said earlier, to the boys. Is it G? Yeah, G on his outlap then here.
He's just weaving very slowly, so he's getting himself ready to have a one-lap attack here, Housey. As there you go, pedal down, pedal to the metal, go, 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 as some would say. Rear wing wide open and away he goes. Mikey G about to get his last time run, well, probably his last, if not his second last time run here in this Q3, turn 1. And I'll tell you what, I love this track, love this corner. You can absolutely throw it in. The exit tightens up a little bit, but this is where the instant spin curbs are. You do not want to be touching these bad boys, as he's just lifted over that one and he manages to gather the car. Now, I'll tell you what, this is Dunlop curb, this big sweeping left-hander. I'll tell you what, you can be very, very greedy on entry, on exit. It is pinch point, well, extravaganza, because, well, there you go. Well, the track map went yellow there for a second. I'm not too sure why, but there you go. The second Degner as well there, folks. You can absolutely throw it in there, but it's the exit where it closes in. You tend to run the car a little bit wide there, Housey, and some get on the power a little bit too early. You do that, you touch that AstroTurf, spin those rears, and around she goes. Here comes Mikey G entering Spoon. This is turn 13, turn 14. Is that one right there, Housey? And he's on the back straight, approaching the end of the second sector, the beginning of the third one. We're going to see. What's he going to do here, Housey? Is he going to light this one up? Is he going to light it up?
Yeah.
He most certainly is. Look at that. 7/10 up on his previous best through 130R. Now approaching turn 16, 17, and 18 is the final one. He's absolutely sending it. What can he do here, Mikey G? Mikey G's about to cross the line. He sets a 28.9. P6. P6.
Yeah, not too bad for the lad. Not too bad. Obviously new with us. I think off the top of my head, his best qualifying has been 7th so far. So I'm sure he'll take 6th. Rest of the boys then funneling out there on their out laps. I think everybody's still on an out lap here.
Yeah, they are, mate. Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to be. Is that Droftus who's the head of the pack?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Droftus asking in the chat what the pole time for the Australian side was. It was a 28.633.
I like how he asked that just before he goes out on the garage. And, he knows that he's not far off it, too, in his first time run here in this Q3 session, excuse me. I'm sorry, folks. I just lost it there for a second. Jess just made me laugh. And, she's cheering on hubby. Yes, of course. I speak of Aylin. Oh, come on, Aylin. Put your foot down. You're 9th now.
The first time I've ever heard a woman say, put your foot down.
Oh, Housey. Oh, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I went there last time and I got ridiculed, so I'm not going there.
Back to the action then, Droftus.
Thank you, mate.
Through
Thank
the
you.
Digners. Through the Digners on this second lap. They're just a bit faster than they've been before. Got about a 10th to find to Andenge's time. Obviously, at this point in time, looking set for it at the moment. Who's behind him? Is that Zerx? It is Zerx. A bit further back then, so Droftus just entering.
Oh! Droftus
He
has lost it. He's backed out. He's going to have to get out of this one. That is him done. That's his session done. So we're going to flick to Xerxes. Xerxes would have seen what's happened to Droff there, the new Portonian. Getting it all wrong. Going too deep there on Spoon, and that's what happens there, Housey. A very, very tricky corner. There's a lot of tricky ones here at Suzuka. And, you've just got to be on your A game. As we've seen from Droftus there, a little bit of a slip up, and around she went. Xerxes took a lot of curb there on entry. He does improve, but he lost a lot of time there, folks. As we'll pick up who are these next. Oh, Ramsell's invalidated. Ramsell is invalidated. Soft goes P1.
Here comes Beans. Peas. Mixed up for the second week.
Oh,
Peas can only get second.
Third. Peas is third. Droftus he'll complete this lap. And, there you go. That is Q3 done, Housey. Well, we've got a change in the running order. And, Slothy boy, P1. Woohoo.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
Peas will be starting from the second row. Would you believe that? Not even a 10th separating the top 3. Have a look at this. As Aylin must have heard the missus's call, put his foot down, and got himself up into P5 with a 28.699. Not too shabby at all. Droftus, we did see spins. So those top 3 boys did improve. Of course, very, very close. Not even a 10th in it. We've got Droftus there, P4, and Aylin, P5. Very, very close together as well. Only 500 separating those two boys. We've got Xerxes there, P6, DJ, P7, Mikey G, P8, Ramsell, P9, and the good old Kaiserhoff loves the game. And we'll see him start P10.
And Denge then going from P2 on that medium, remember. So,
I love it.
Good spot to start from, though.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely there, Housey. And, he put it on the front row. Couldn't have asked for anything more than that, unless he went one better and put it on pole. But still, the front row on this division is very, very good. And, we'll just see how he fares during the race as, I was going to say, a bit of a black screen there, folks. But look at the background. Look at the cars. Can you see that on stream? The cars are bouncing. The cars are bouncing, Housey. The cars are bouncing. They're hungry. They're hungry. Look at them. Come on, let me at them. Come on, drop the green flag. Drop the green flag. Look. Oh, we just amuse ourselves here in the commentary box here, folks, as we wait for this to all load in. Look at the cars. That's so funny. Anyway, we'll have a bit of a...
Yeah, active suspension. I thought it was banned, but no, seems to be there. They're
well,
like Snoop Dogg's posse out there,
yeah,
aren't they?
well, I mean,
Bouncing up
this
and
is...
down.
Let's not forget, this is not 22 spec. This is 21 spec. And so the suspension in the front end, well, especially on this...
Simulated 22 cars already. The porpoises.
The porpoising down the track. Yeah, well, that's just EA getting their eye in, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just trying this one.
I tell you,
Latest patch update.
listen, I'm telling you, if they put porpoising in the next game, I am going to crack it. Big time. Oh, I'm going to crack it. If they put that in the game, I am going to crack it.
Focus their attention on that, to be fair, and not worry about the rest of the game.
Don't, Housey. Don't. I'll be crying. I'll need a box of tissues, and it will be a very sad day in the commentary box if that happens. Because I tell you what, I mean, there's so many other areas where it should be focused. But yes, nevertheless. Well, there you go. The cars have stopped porpoising, and we're about to get onto a formation lap here, folks. As Jess in the chat saying, good luck to absolutely everybody. Have a good, clean race. Much appreciated, Jess. And kick back, enjoy this one. I hope the moving in is going well, by the way. And, well, I do know you and hubby have been extremely busy in the background getting all set up in your new house. So congratulations to you two. And, well, we do hope the move in. The hard part is yet to come, of course. A, paying for it. B, moving in. And, well, there you go. We wish you all the best. And, well, of course, the godmother doing her stellar job as what she always does week in, week out here at Formula 4 in the Twitch chat, making sure the boys are okay. Having a bit of a laugh with us, Housey, as we'll keep this one going as well. I am Sloth out there, P1 on the soft compound. Now, the only man in the top 10 with the medium compound is that boy there, Mr. Andenge, the resident Swede, your boy Housey, the Cadbury Pot 1 driver, and put himself on the front row. Interesting to note, though, P2, P3, second row. And I don't think we've seen him this season start, I think I was going to say that far back, but yeah, that far back. P3 for Ps. Drofdas is in P4. Fantastic from him. As Aylin, well, he did put his foot down in the end there, and he got himself up into P5. Xerxes, P6. And let's just see what Xerxes can do. He does have some pace around here, does the good old Xerx. As DJ, P7. The Texaco driver is right there. Mikey G, with the wrong livery on, is in P8. We've got Ramsell, P9. And, well, let's just see how the chiropractor fares during this Mammoth Grand Prix. We've got Kaiserhoff. There he is there. Did not participate in Q3 for, well, the game being a pain for him. But he'll start this one on the softs, of course. Nico Rosberg, the first of the free tyre choices, starting on the hard compound. Bloom has opted to go to the soft. Same with Bannister. The two Bs, P12, P13. As we've got Energetics. Energetics, P14. There he is there on the medium. We've got Chewy Racing there, P15 on the medium, and the rest of them. Wab Stappen has opted to go the soft. Same with Curly, same with the Energetics, and same with Tommy. He's down there in P19 there, how's I? Getting ready to get this one underway here, mate.
Yep, 27 laps of pure glory to come.
Excuse me. As the grid is all lined up and we wait for the final loading, and here we go. Where are the lights? I can't see the lights. There we are. We've got 5 lights. They're holding, and we are go here at Suzuka, Japan. Great, look at Peas. He's on the inside of Sloth. He's been boxed in. He has been boxed in. Oh, and Dungeon Sloth bang wheels. Slothy boy's going to relinquish the lead. Is he going to relinquish the lead? No, he's not. What a great view we've got of this. And Sloth takes the lead of the Grand Prix again. So far, so good there, Housey. All through the first. Very tricky parts of the track.
Energetic's caught up in a little bit. Towards the back, he's now 19th. He's missing an end plate, so he needs to pit. He's going really slowly at the moment. Struggling for grip. Apart from that, all look clean at the back.
Absolutely there, Housey, and we'll get him through this first lap, of course. There's going to be some jostling for position as Droftas is having a good look at Pease here, who's having a good look at Andenge. Now, this is the battle we've been waiting for, Andenge versus Pease, and this is early doors of the Grand Prix. These boys have always been teammates here at Formula 4 since its inception. Now, Pease is, well, they're pot one battling this one out for two different teams. And I'll tell you what, he's, well, he can because he's got some pace, this Pease, but so does Sloth. And I'll tell you what, Andenge doing a stellar job on those mediums, keeping Pease at bay.
a matter of time, I think.
I think so, mate. I think so.
He wants to get through and up.
Whoa! Whoa! Peace is out! Peace is out! Peace is out!
Whoa! Ooh.
Oh, that's got to be safety car. That's got to be safety car. That's got to be safety car.
Rams will get a penalty.
That's a safety car. That is a safety car. That is a safety car, folks. That is a safety car. And well,
That's so unlucky for Ramsel. Ramsel getting caught up there. Couldn't get out of the way. Ghostin didn't flick in time. Lost the wing. Hit the back of Kaiser. Wow, I didn't catch. Did you caught that on a replay?
No, I missed it. I just missed it there, Housey. What I did catch, though, is unfortunately, unfortunately, of the start. Let's just have a bit of a look. There you go. So, Pease and Endenge battling in front. And there you go. Slothy Boy takes the lead of the Grand Prix yet again. They all tuck in. So far, so good. A spinning energetics towards the back there. And, well, there you go. Back to live screens now, Housey.
And Denge obviously involved in that with Pease because he's.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. He was. They were side by side going through 130R, and it's touched wheels a little bit, and around she went. So couldn't believe that. Couldn't believe that. Pease is out. Pease is out, and the rest of them. That means 0 points for Pease. Didn't even get a pole position, so we'll have to see him next week there, Housey.
Or maybe he's just feeling sorry for Pills, perhaps giving him a bit of a let off.
No, I don't think that is the case. But
yeah, it keeps it nice, I guess. If we look at it that way.
Well, I mean, we don't want to praise on anyone's demise, of course, but it does give the rest of the pack a little bit of a chance to catch the lad. Of course, having a stellar year. And just proves he's human right there and then, folks. We have lost RELPs, which is, it's very hard to say. It's never happened this early in a Grand Prix this season. And there you go. Well, what's Nico doing? He's cutting grass as well. What is going on here? And Bannister is, he's ahead. Nico's behind. And what's going on here, boys? Sort your stuff out because none of you is a Max Verstappen. And I tell you what. Nose to stern here, boys. We are under safety car. None of this side-by-side rubbish. We're just nose to stern. We'll keep it all legit. Keep it all good. Still got a couple more laps. Maybe one more lap under safety car here, Housey. And, there you go. Droftas up into second. I am Sloth staying in P1. I tell you what, though. Nico Rosberg on the hard compound. He's going to stretch these bad boys. I don't know why he decided to go the hard compound, but he went the hard compound. He might be an advocate for the hard compound, like your good old self there, Housey. But he is up into P7. Let's have a look at these position changes quickly while everyone is here. And there you go, Tom Go Prof. Or Tommy. We're calling him Tommy. I don't like that Tom Go Prof. We're calling him Tommy. Up 11 places. And there you go, P8. The Extremist up 9 places. The Extremist. Bloody hell. Does he turn up? He's doing a great job. And Bannister up 7 places. Up in a P6 for the Banno. And good to see as well. So we'll have a look at these penalties. And it's only Kaiserhoff with 5 seconds. And that would have been done in the pit lane there, folks. So
that was incident with Ramsel they were trying to get out of the way or clear the...
yes. Sorry, my apologies. My apologies. So well, he'll have to serve that in the pit lane anyway because it is a 5 second. And, we could get that removed, up to the stewards, of course, as long as you've got your footage and the relevant race director information. We should be able to take care of that as well.
Energetic's just been hit by Marcus Ericsson then on this safety car lap. He's made a mistake. Andenge boxed again, so Andenge boxed in 2 laps in a row. He came in after that damage repeat, put the hard tyre on. He's done a lap on the hard tyre, come back in, put the medium tyre back on again. So he's run his 2 compounds as Andenge, but only 3 laps on. That's a long way to go on.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to stretch those mediums all the way to the end. He'll be preying on a late safety car, of course. We've got Ramsell out there. I was just noticing on Andenge's onboard. Ramsell with a bit of a dodgy connection. I did see it disconnect and then connect very, very quickly there, Housey. So we'll keep an eye on that as the Grand Prix rolls on. But we'll stay with Droftas because I do believe the safety car, if it goes in this lap, it is a bloody late call.
Oh, my God.
Wow, that is late. That is this game.
Oh. Earlier as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we picked it a lap. I gave it a lap. We picked it a lap beforehand, and he's given it right on turn 17. And, there you go. Cop that one, boys. As Slothy Boy is trying to warm up those soft compounds. Droftas right beside him, right behind him, I should say. And there you go. There you go. Great restart from Sloth. Look at that. Look, he's put some gap between him and Droftas at the moment. That's what you want going into turn one.
Those are a DJ side by side into turn one. That's the battle at the moment.
Well, there you go.
Behind them.
Great move from Kaiserhoff. There you go. Up into P4 from him.
Tomgo with a good move as well. Around outside. Oh, Bannister's touched the curb. He was so lucky there. Bannister dropped to 9th then. Bloomster right behind him. Then we've got 3 reserves. Chewy, Curly, and Aylin. 11, 12, and 13. Mikey G in 14th. And then Joan up to 15th. Ramsel dropped to 16th. Wabby dropped also down to 17th. Energetics in the pits. Just exiting now. Where's the gap then? Gap is the extremist. Having a look on Rosberg here. Around the outside into turn 11. Obviously Nico with those hard tyres on. He should have the purchase. He does. Extremist gains the place then. Nico drops to 7th. He's got Tomgo all over him now. Tomgo looking for a move then up the inside into Spoon into 13. Gets that move done. Nothing Nico can do about it. Next on the hit list then. Bannister closing up behind Nico. Nico's really going to struggle to turn those hards on in the next couple of laps.
Well, Mikey G, he's all over Curly here, Housey. And Curly, well, I'll tell you what, he hasn't got the pace around here at the moment. And he's just getting past and past and past. There's nowhere through. He's right up the clacker. He's gone on the inside. Curly's going to let him go. He's going to let him go. No, he's not. He's going to fight it. And look what's happening behind. And Dench. And Dench has got him as well. And there you go. 2 positions in 1 corner. And Ramsell, 3 positions. Jesus, he got swamped there. Did the Curly as Aylin is all over the back of Chewy here and trying to make his way up through this field here, Housey. As we'll have a look up the top because Tommy is getting his way through this field. He just got by the extremist up into P6. I'll tell you what, he's doing a stellar job is Tommy. Droftas still sitting half a second behind I Am Sloth as well. So while this race is heating up here, Housey, we'll flick down to Dench because... And Dench, Mikey G, and Aylin are having a ring-a-ding-ding. And we've got Ramsell tapping on the back of this one here. We might as well jump on Ramsell's POV. Let's have a look to see what they're looking at here, folks.
That was close between Andenge and Mikey G. Andenge looking for a move then. Mikey's got to look forward and behind. Andenge then going to go around the outside. Mikey goes up the inside. Good move from Mikey. Andenge had to try something, but I tell you what, Mikey didn't get the drive off the corner there. Andenge takes him, and he's going to take Aylin here, is he? Got the inside line here. Mikey G looking to follow him through. He does. So Aylin loses 2 places, and he might even be up for a 3rd place. Ramsell looking around the outside here. Brave move from Ramsell through 13 or 14. Then has he got it done? I think he has, hasn't he?
He certainly has. And Aylin's lost a few positions there in a couple of corners. So and Denj absolutely maximising. Now the next target for him is Chewy, as you can see there. And Curly's got by Aylin. What's going on with Aylin? What is going on with Aylin?
Wabby, he's let Wabby go, so Aylin letting him go here. I can't see any damage. Strange.
And he enters the pit lane.
So maybe he does have a bit of damage on that front wing. We just
possible floor damage too, Housey, which is an absolute disaster around here. And well, there you go. It's front wing going on. So there you go. There you have it. And he's gonna try to make them go to the very end there, Housey.
Is that around? Is that extremist? Extremist is around through the S's, the first sector. The extremist dropping like a fly. Made. Not right down there. So he was about 7th or 8th there. He's dropped down to 16th. So again, as we see earlier in the Australian side, and as we know, curbs a real.
What's happened to Xerxes? What's happened to Xerxes? Xerxes got it all wrong. He went way too deep with the hairpin. He's just lost 2 positions. He's gone from 4th to 6th. Oh, no, Xerx. Oh, no. Well, the race is long and we can fix this one back up. He's out there on 5 lap-old softs. Yet to stop, of course. But I tell you what, though, he's made a bit of an error there, has Xerxes. And he's got Nico now all over his clacker. And I dare say the softs should push past the hard runner, of course. They are just 2 compounds quicker, Housey, and well, at the moment, it doesn't look that way. Maybe Xerxes just taking it easy to keep those tyres cool. He did have a bit of a moment there, folks, as DJ Death Dragons, that's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1 minute 31.7.
Yep, time from DJ then. Been watching Ramsell, his teammate, trying to close up on the back of Chewy. Oh, I'll tell you what, Ramsell is I'm on board with Ramsell. He's jumpy all over the place.
Yeah, he's. I did notice that his connection was a bit dodgy there, and while he's up into 12th place, he has got that job done. But we are currently enjoying this battle between Nico Bannister and Xerxes. Of course, let's not forget about Bloom there in P9. He's doing a great job as these boys, and let's just see how they look. Well, and Denger's there. He certainly is there, mate. And, well, he's out of sync a little bit, is Andenge. He's trying to make this medium run go for 24 laps. There is no way in hell they will be anywhere near good towards the end of this Grand Prix, probably counting on a late safety car so he can put the bad boy softs on and make a dent on what's ahead of him. Of course, Bannister is next, and Bannister's doing his thing just to stay in touch with Nico. 6-lap-old softs at the moment here, Housey, and we do expect these soft compounds to run another probably 2 or 3 laps. Then they are cooked. They are done, and the boys will come in for a brand new, fresh set of medium compound and stretch them all the way to the end there, mate.
Yeah, there's still the battle on the track though, from Xerxes down to Mikey G. Where the battle's at. Over 6, 7, 8, 9 from 10th, 11th. Energetics in the pit.
Well, there you go. We're going to see Tommy go past Kaiser around the outside of oh, well, what a save from Kaiser as Tommy goes by. Kaiser touches the curb, gets it all crossed up, and well, there you go. And as
Zerx is gone. Zerx has lost it through turn 5. He's in the wall. I think
he's got no nose. We have a VSC. And he's going to lose it again. We'll stay off for Zerx. We won't do that to him. As we'll flick back up to Andenge. We've got a virtual safety car. The Grand Prix has been neutralised, as we do pay a bit of respect to the chat. And Jess is saying she leaves for 1 minute and Aylin drops like a stone. Well, I mean, he must have.
Couldn't drive anymore.
Yeah.
His heart was hurting so much.
Oh, he must have felt the presence of the missus leave, and he was just heartbroken there. Yes. Oh no. Anyway, let's push on, Housey. We've got a full course yellow VSC at the moment here, folks. We have not lost. Well, we've lost, of course, RELPs, believe it or not. But Xerxes there will have to go back to the garage. He will inherit that last place, I do believe.
Energex is quite a way down.
Yeah, but Energex got a full front wing, and these boys are where Xerxes.
He's nearly a lap behind, I think.
Yeah, but Xerxes got to go through 130R. He's got to go through the chicane. He's at half throttle, 3/4 throttle. It'll be very close, I think, Housey.
And then past Bannister. They're having a ding-dong down the main straight here. Both catching Nico as well.
Oh, that's disastrous. Oh, Nico's gone wide. Oh, I'll tell you what, Bannister's there as well. And where is Bloom? There he is there, P9. And he's all over the back of this one. Where is Mikey G? Mikey G.
The view he's
hang on a minute. Who was that? Was that Energetics?
Xerxes DNF'd.
He didn't, did he? Did he just pick quit?
I think he did. Energetics having a terrible race, and he's still out there. We'll move on then. We'll move on. Mikey G still with a great look at this battle ahead of him, and then going to make the move up to the inside of Bannister here then. We've got Nico in front on the hards, we've got Andenge on the mediums, we've got Bannister on the softs, Bannister with a poor exit, Bloom! Says thank you very much, I'll have some of that, you leave the door open and I'm coming in. So Bloomstar up to 8th then. Mikey G still in 10th, watching this unfold in front of him. We've got a yellow in sector 2, that's one of the old spices, that's probably Energetics getting out of the way, I should imagine. No, it's Energetics without a nose again, so all going horribly wrong for Energetics. Meanwhile, at the front, Droftus closed the gap in on Sloth then. He's back to 4/10. Gap went up to about 0.7, 0.8, but he's got it back down to 0.4, so Droftus having a little bit of a push at the moment before probably getting rid of these soft tyres. So is Droftus going to try the undercut? That's the question, Skate.
Well, I mean, he's a wily old fox, is Droftus, when it comes to strategy calls. But I'll tell you what, it's not going to work unless he's relying on Sloth either going a 1 lap longer. But if they both pit at the same time there, Housey, they are both in the same boat. It'll be DJ Death Dragon who we will be watching, because he will do exactly the opposite, I do believe, of what the guys in front of him do. Don't worry about energetics. He's nearly a lap down. And, well, there you go. There you go. Nearly, over a lap down. He's a lap and a half down after 10 laps. He's at a shocker. And we'll leave him to his business, of course. But there you go. Droftas is still all over the back of I Am Sloth here. And, well, the new Portonian is just doing his thing. And let's just see how he fares, of course, there, Housey. You might be on the money here, mate. But I think if Sloth doesn't box, Droftas will this lap, because the undercut around here is pretty decent. But Sloth will know this. These boys are very, very much experienced racers. And, well, I mean, they both know exactly where it's at. So let's just see what happens here as they go towards the pit lane, Housey.
Yeah, just watching the battle still further down. Mikey G and Bloomster.
Oh, they both stayed out. They both stayed out. What's DJ going to do? Told you, DJ does the opposite. DJ goes into the garage. There you go. He's looking for the undercut. Is DJ Death Dragon. Whoa, DJ has called it here. I think DJ might benefit here, Housey, depending on where he comes out on in traffic, of course. We've got Andenge out there on track as well. Andenge takes 5th place, but he will need to stop again. I don't think he's going to make that tyre stretch that long.
Passes Nico, then Bloom up to P6.
Whoa, he's gone deep. He's gone deep. He's gone real deep. He's opened up the door for Nico Rosberg, and there it is. There it is. They are side by side into 7. And Nico takes that position back from Bloom.
Oh, G's caught him. Mikey G caught him.
Bloom is out. Bloom is out. Oh, and that is a safety car. That is a safety car.
To be fair there, from what I saw, Mikey G having the run. Bloomster was out a bit wide, as you said, just struggling for traction, was having a bit of a wobble. Mikey G was up the inside, perfectly fine, I would say, from my point of view, to put his nose in there. Just unfortunate that Bloom's car came across on Mikey G. Nothing really either driver could do. Unfortunately, Bloomster the one paying the price then, so bad luck for Bloomster.
Yes.
He's our 3rd retirement of this race. So we have lost 2 cats then, Bloomster, Peas, and the Cadbury's of Zerks at this point in time. So this should, Sloth and Drofter should pit here. They've got to, surely, under the safety car. Be mad not to. Sloth's in, those Drofters. What's Tom going to do? I'd imagine he's going to do the same. It's 10 lap on loss for him as well. Kaiser, will he follow suit? Tom does then. Kaiser in, so, and Denge, will he stay out? Denge is coming in.
Might as well.
Okay.
You'd might as well, because he knows that they're not going to. He should have 2 sets of mediums, and I dare say he's going to throw it. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
Put his first set of mediums on, so he's got 2 laps on those mediums and Denge.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. They will make it towards the end now, well and truly. And there you go. He's just got a couple of laps out of that life. Where is he? Where's he going to come out? Where's he going to come out? He's jumped and Denge. P4.
Yeah, that's about where he was, I think, wasn't it? Was he 3rd?
Yeah, I think he was 3rd.
He was 3rd. He was 3rd when he pitted, because he waited for Sloth and Drofters to pass the pit lane. So yeah, dropping 1 place then as DJ.
There you go, Housey. Safety car, mate. Safety car. Bit of a hard reset for everyone. And well, energetics being, what is that? Is that 2 minutes 52? Oh! Yeah. Energetics again losing it, and he's nearly 3 laps down. Energetics nearly 3 laps down. Would you believe that after 10 laps? That is a horror session.
But we should remind here that obviously points awarded. If you finish here, you will score some points. So Energetics, as bad as it is, needs to just keep going. He'll score some points. He can bring this car to the flag. So let's just check then. I was going to see who's got the fastest lap at the moment. So the fastest lap currently is 31.764 from Andenge in P5. Everybody has stopped at least once. Energetic stopped 4 times. Aylan 3 times, and Denge stopped 3 times as well. Let's look at positions gained quickly. Well, we've got a second to do it. So far then, as they sit at the moment, is Tom go up 16 places. Wow. Great driver from Tom so far. Extremist up 8. They're the 2 biggest movers. Biggest losers, The Godfather, Aylan, down 10 spots at the moment in 15th. Kaiser obviously served that penalty that he had earlier on, so the only one with a penalty out on track is Energetics with 3 seconds, but that's not going to trouble anyone. We don't need to worry about that one. Energetics just trying to get the car home. That's all he's got to do. One guy out on the hards, and so Kaiser's decided to go for the hards here in this latest stop. Dominantly the whole field on mediums, apart from Energetics on the softs, Mikey G on the softs, 4MULA4Racing on the softs, obviously, and Kaiser on the hards. Everybody else on the mediums here. Lap 13, still under safety car. Hopefully we'll get going again this time round.
Absolutely, mate. We'll see how this one pans out. But yeah, what are we? 12, 13 laps in. Just shy of half distance here, folks. We're probably at half distance right about now at the halfway point of this circuit. So, yeah, a little way to go just yet. I mean, it's still all to play for. As Jess enters the chat, she says that Aylan in the top 10. And, well, yeah, for the end of the Grand Prix, absolutely. He's got some pace, there's Aylan. And we'll see how he fares, of course. And, well, he's had a couple of wing changes, but he will pick his stuff up and go again. Energetics is, well, he's brought that 3 laps to nearly a lap now behind after 12 laps. So we'll just leave him to be, of course. I've got Tommy there in P3 as a reserve. Doing a great job, is Tommy. Maybe that practice session in for the Aussie division that he had has helped him out quite a bit, because he did not finish that one there, Housey. And, well, there he is there, P3, fresh mediums. None of these boys will need to stop again, except for, I'll tell you what, it's going to be touch and go with these soft runners. Energetics will be very slow towards the end, of course, but that won't trouble him too much. We've got4MULA4Racing out there on the soft. Same with Mikey G. There is, what is that? 13 laps remaining here, Housey. And, well, I mean, yes, we are under safety car conditions, but I'll tell you what, I mean, they are stretching it to the limit. They will do it, of course, but they will be slow towards the end of that stint. As we've got Jess in there saying, hopefully he'll get it done, and he's pulled his socks up.
Safety car in this lap.
All right.
Get racing again.
That's it, Housey. We absolutely will. As well, the last restart by Slothy Boy, it was an absolutely stunning one. He did catch Droftas napping a little bit. We'll just see how the Newportonian follows the Irishman around now.
On this hards, Kaiser could have an issue on this restart. Could be the one dropping.
Oh! Sloth went to go. The car went towards the pit lane. He's gathered it up. I'll tell you what, he's got away with that one, because Tommy is all over the back of Droftas here. How's he? Oh, great restart from Slothy Boy. Got away with that one. Tommy has to tuck in, and it's followed the leader through turn 1. Who was that? That's a spinning Rosberg. He's dropping like a stone down to dead last. And, well, there you go. Well, not dead last, but, well, in front of Energetics.
Wabby spun it too in the S's. So
there you
Wabby
go.
like
I tell you what, this S section is on this game is absolutely horrible. And they'd want to fix that, of course. It depends on the console, depends on the platform. Because I do know on the PC platform, it is way different, Housey. You can touch these curbs and not have that bad of a spin. Not have any spin whatsoever, to be honest with you. But yes, we'll move on. But yes, the Extremist up into 8th place. The very, very glitchy and laggy-ish Ramsell is up there in P7. He's trying to keep that Texaco ahead of that Cat. But Ramsell, he certainly has.
Well, I don't know whether he did actually, or whether that was just lag. I'm not quite 100% sure, to be honest with you. Look wide and then sort of cut back, but Extremist chasing him down. Mikey G having a good look at Chewy here as well. Yellow in sector 2. I think.
Oh, Ramsell's gone defensive. Extremist is trying to go around the outside. Oh, he's on the grass a little bit, but they've tucked in. This is great battling as, well, Ramsell is disconnected and connected again. I'll tell you what, that must be so hard to pass. He gets by Kaiserhoff, I think, into turn 1. Kaiser on the hard. Ramsell on the medium, and he's touched the curb. He's around. Ramsell's around.
Oh, so's the extremist. Synchronized spinning there, then into turn 1. Mikey G, Chewy, and Aylan doing well to avoid them. Oh, Bannister's had a twitch as well. This is going to leave Mikey. Oh, he's had a second twitch.
Whoa, who's that? Is that Ed Dench?
And Danger's on
Oh,
two.
look at this
Look
battling
at
though,
this
Housie.
battle
We've got Aylin, Curly, Bannister, Chewy, all battling
here.
here.
This is
Oh,
amazing.
Aylin follows him through. Absolutely stunning move there from Aylin. And he's up into P8, as Mikey G, well, doing his thing. He's broken that kerfuffle behind him. And he says, thank God for that. Because, well, I tell you what, though, if Mikey G would have been back a couple of seconds, he would have been caught up in all of that stuff. And, well, all credit to the boys who survived it. We've got Chewy, Aylin, Bannister, and Curly. We've got the extremist there as well. And Dench had an uncharacteristic spin. Has got no visible damage by the look of that Housie, but sitting in P12, and he will be kicking himself.
Yep, just those curves again through Sector 1.
Whoa!
Rambles out.
Whoa, Energetics is out! Energetics is out! Energetics is out in the wall at Dunlop Curve, and that is a full safety car.
Ramsell's out as well. On the exit of Degner 2, I think it is.
Yes,
Ramsell.
Degner 2, yep. And we've got a safety car, Housie. Safety car. I tell you what.
Wow, madness couple of laps there, to be fair. Mistakes are plenty.
Hey, you what, mate? Oh.
So, again, a lot of the guys exiting there. So, and Denge after, so we've got DJ, Kaiser, Chewy, Mikey G, Aiden, Extreme, all in the pits at the moment. And Denton somehow finds himself back up in 6th here. But those boys from 8 down all got fresh tyres on. So,
well, Slothy Boy he's
well.
getting very close to that safety car. Having a good look at that Aston Martin as Ramsell has joined the chat, and he said there was no room left. Well, Ramsell, get your footage in. Boiling tyres, oh no, is what Jess says. And, well, if there's anything untoward, of course, there is an incident room. Get your incidents in, and the stewards will take care of it, of course, as what they do every week. So there you go. Dropped as P2, almost as you were with these top two, isn't it there, Housie? Since we lost, P's, of course, which was very early doors. It's been pretty much the Sloth and Droftash show. They've been doing their thing up there in front, shadowing each other, swapping lap times, and of course, under safety car periods, of course, but that gap really has not stretched beyond the DRS limit of 1 second. And Energetics is there. He's loving this track. And yeah, he's had a bad day, has Energetics. Of course, well, very good. Not a bad qualifying session, but a very, very bad race day. And, well, he will have a bit of a reset. We're at Coda next, Energetic. And we'll get yourself all sorted for that one. His car was a boat, he reckons. And, well, we'll blame the car. We'll blame everything, Energetics. Why not? Why not? But we'll see you at Coda, of course, next, I was going to say next year, next week, and or a magnet to the. I reckon it's probably the latter one there, Energetics. But we will not harp on that. Well, I mean, Energetics. Coda is a great track. You must be the only one on the planet that thinks that. But anyway, you're very unique, Energetics. We do love you, mate. We do love you. We are still under safety car conditions here. I am Sloth. There he is there. P1, Droftas, P2, Tommy, P3. Great job for Tommy. Of course, he's really turned it on here since that practice session that he sort of had in the Aussie division where he DNF'd. We've got Bannister in P4. There he is there with Curly in P5.
Yeah,
Woof,
yeah,
Curly.
I was going to say that. Give a tip for the hat to Curly. Tom go up 16 places. Bannister up 9. Curly up 12 at the moment. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So,
And
Wabby
Dench
as well,
P6. Wab Staffen. There he is there in P7. DJ Death Dragon, DJ P7 on the fresh set of softs. So let's watch out for these boys who have got fresh, soft compounds on. Of course, they're looking to jump the guys in front of them, of course, on the medium with a few laps on the board. Kaiserhoff, there he is there, P9. Bit of an up and down session for Kaiser there, Housie, but he's still doing a great job. Well and truly in the top 10. Mikey G is there with the wrong livery on again. P10 for him. Chewy Racing, P11. Aylin, P12 with the fresh set of softs, of course. The Extremist and Nico Rosberg round out the field. We have lost Ramsell, Energetic, Bloom, Zerks, and Peas.
So, one more DNF from this session, and let's hope it doesn't happen. I'm touching some wood. You can hear me banging in the background. I'm not trying to commentate this, but obviously, as I said earlier on in the statistics, the most we've ever had DNF from one of these Euro sessions is 5. twice Austria, sorry, and last time out at Imola. So one more, and that's going to be a record-breaking round for that statistic. So come on, boys, 10 laps to go. You can keep it on the black stuff.
Housey is super quiet. Well, yeah, I don't know, mate. I'm not too sure what's going on there. I've turned him up, but yeah, that's Housey just being Housey, I think. But yes, that's okay. It's okay as long as you can hear him. That's all that matters. Visually, our voices are paired, but if he's a bit quieter than me, it's because I scream. Housey does not.
And I've got a new headset as well because I unfortunately broke my last one.
Oh, well, there you go. We might have to do a bit of a pair up again there, Housey.
Oh, we're back underway. We'll worry about that later. DJ, Kaiser, and Wabi going right at it across the start finish line here. Lap 18 then. Oh, this is so close between Andenge and Curly. Curly could be the, without any disrespect, could be the stop in the bottle here. They're queuing up behind through this first sector. Obviously nowhere really to pass. Anyway, we know that. But these boys on the softs, they are hunting.
Absolutely they are, but Andenge is getting real racy behind Curly. Have a look at this, Housey. Oh, they're too wide going into Degner 2. Kaiser off there as well. Have a look at this, Housey. We've got a great view from Kaiser as Andenge is having a look. He's having a look. Oh, Kaiser! Kaiser's just whacked the back of Curly, and he's done himself more damage. That is front wing damage. That is front wing damage. What is going on here, folks? DJ Death Dragon. Oh!
This car's left, right, and centre.
What is going on? What are these boys doing? Well, cool your jets there, boys. Cool your jets. Of course, there's.
Sorry, Aylin and Andenge going at it now. DJ getting involved.
DJ's going around the outside of Aylin, and he's got that job done. And he's going to have a look at Andenge. I'm not too sure if Andenge has any damage whatsoever, but I tell you what.
DJ in it.
Whoa!
Wow.
What is happening?
He is. DJ pushes his way through then.
I've got to do driver of the day, Housey. Work out where we're going to sit. We're going to sit with DJ. Bugger it. We're going to sit.
DJ there because he's shaping up for a move on Curly. Obviously, the first one with the soft tyres fitted. He's the one on the charge here. Webb Staffman just gets past Kaiser for P13. Back further down the field is DJ though. We're on board with Andenge still there, not giving this one up. Aylin there as well, the extremist on the back of it. Curly then done well to hold on this lap or two, to be fair, but DJ having a look up the inside now. This isn't going to work around the outside into the Degners. DJ, can he shove it up the inside here? Can't. Curly shuts the door. You have to be patient into turn 11, then the hairpin. And Denge all over the back of DJ too. DJ comes up the inside then, and Denge is going to try and cross this one back, looking for a switcheroo. DJ has got the move on Curly done. They're going to touch. Oh, Curly's going to come out of that worse off. Curly spins. DJ makes a place, and then through. Aylin through. Extremist. Nico as well. Chewy. Wabi. Curly all the way back to the 13th place, sorry. Probably pretty much his race done, I would imagine, from there, but keep going. Meanwhile, at the top, Droftus 0.2, 0.3, that gap between the front two. But it is DJ who's on the move. He's got about, what, 8 tenths to Bannister, who's doing a fantastic job in 4th place. It must be said, Bannister. Good going from him. He's got another 5 odd seconds to Tom. So DJ, you might get your wish here, Escape. You might get your wish when you come back from doing this driver of the day. DJ has an outside chance here at the podium for sure with these soft tyres. He's pushing hard. Look how much he's caught Bannister here in this first sector. Those soft tyres really, really working for him. Crazy if he's going to make a move here though. He's going to have to wait. Up the inside then of turn 7. This is going to be on the outside of the Degners here. This is brave from DJ. Bannister trying to stay in there. Bannister actually spun there. Bit of contact, I think there was. Bannister spins and Mikey G, having a look up the inside of the extremist, does so. The DJ now got 7 seconds to catch Tom go in front of him. And Den's doing all he can to hold on to it. To the back of DJ. Aylin there as well. The extremist still there. Who is that? I just caught out the corner of my eye. Mikey G's gone for a spin. Mikey G dropping now. Nobody wants these places, it seems. Every time somebody makes some places, they make a mistake, drop back down towards the rear of the field. Have to fight back through again. DJ, though, pulling out that gap on Undenge now. Offset the fastest time of the race so far, 1:30. At 1:30.430 it was. Sloth. Tell you what, Aiden's got a good run on Undenge here. Behind DJ, over 5th place.
I'll tell you what,
Where's that
Housey,
leg though?
I am back, and the votes have gone out there for the Driver of the Day poll. You can vote for Sloth, Droftas, Bannister, DJ, and the Extremist. And, well, there you go. Just adhering to a couple of the people in the chat objecting that Tommy is not in the Driver of the Day. Of course, we do not never have put reserves in the Driver of the Day poll. That is for full-time drivers, and if they do get a... driver of the day, or if they do have a great result, they will get a mention in the Twitter post, as we always will do, of course. Aylin there up in the 6th position there, Housey, doing a great job all over the back of Undenge, who I think he might, well, he's on 10-lap old medium, so there you go. This is soft versus medium, and, well, Aylin would want to get this job done in a couple of laps. And, well, there you go. So, well, let's just see how this one pans out here, Housey. Droftas up into, well, staying in 2nd position. I'll tell you what, he's hanging on to that DRS like an absolute champion. Still within 0.6 of a second from Slothy Boy, as we'll flick down to the next closest battle, and that is Nico. Nico versus the Extremist, who is in the Driver of the Day poll, of course, heading another great Grand Prix, is the Extremist. Let's have a look at that. Up 11 places.
Nico doing a good job too, to be fair to Nico. Definitely improving a lot this season is Nico. I've been very impressed with him. He's got a good run on the Extremist here then. Wow, look at the overspeed he's got on him. DRS, so powerful there into turn 1. So Nico makes the place. Up to P7 then. This battle might rage for a while, to be fair, I think. On similar, obviously the same compound tyre, same age.
Absolutely there, Housey. The Extremist, well, he's dropping back now. So Rosberg had some pace. Look at him go. Look at him go. As, well, there you go. Aylin's just picked up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt when it comes towards the end there. He's just pushing a little bit too hard, trying to stay ahead of Undenge. And Undenge in P6, of course, putting all kinds of pressure on Aylin. And, well, Aylin's just got to know. He's got to know. I'm sure he does know. He's on that soft compound. Undenge on the medium. They're probably roughly around about the same amount of purchase at the moment. Yes, 11-lap-old mediums. Yes, 5-lap-old softs. But where the softs are starting to die, the mediums are starting to come in. And you've got this balancing act between good and bad here, folks, where the softs are on their way out, the mediums are on their way in. And this is roughly about the stage where they're almost level pegging. As you can see, Undenge is just keeping in touch with this, this gap, this 6/10 gap to Aylin, of course. And, well, it's starting to come down now as the softs are starting to wear a little bit. But Aylin will comfortably make this one home. But that 3 seconds, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. She's going to hurt Housey as he crosses that line at the end. Droftas doing his... Well, Droftas doing his thing there, mate. He's closed the gap within a couple of tenths now here to I Am Sloth. It's just blown out to 6 tenths again. But let's just see how he fares. Droftas, well, I don't know what he's going to do here, mate. I really don't know if we're going to see anything from him. I dare say around about lap 25 is we'll see where he close the gap to I Am Sloth. If he's got anything left in the tank, Droftas is, well, Slothy Boy. Look at the ERS though, Housey. Look at the ERS. Slothy Boy has got half a tank. Droftas has got a quarter of a tank. So Slothy Boy, to be only 6 tenths ahead and to still have that much ERS is a credit to him. He's got some pace in that car as the Extremist does get by. What's happened to Rosberg? Rosberg spun! Rosberg spun! Oh, Degner! Degner 2. And let's just see if he's got any damage. Yes, he's certainly dead. He's got no nose. That's going to be a very, very slow excursion back to the pit lane.
People keep making places, and then as soon as they make a few places, they're making mistakes. This track being very punishing today. We've got VSC at the moment.
Why have we got a VSC?
I would presume it's just from that incident with Nico.
Wow.
We're back on green though, so don't need to worry about it. I'm looking at this DJ battle here between DJ and Tom, obviously. DJ, I don't think he's got enough. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Tom in time. Those softs fizzling out.
Yeah,
To be
absolutely,
honest.
absolutely. But the saving grace for DJ and all the soft runners that run around about that 7-6 lap old mark is the car is getting lighter and lighter and lighter as the laps roll by here, Housey. They will make it quite comfortably. I mean, if you start this Grand Prix on a soft compound, you're going to be struggling to get the softs anywhere past lap 10, 11 with any sort of purchase. But here, as the weight drops off with the fuel load, of course, and you put those brand new softs on, you can tend to stretch them, and that's why the medium soft around here is very, very good. Of course, yes, the boys in front, yes, the top three are all on the mediums. I totally understand that, but pending safety cars and all sorts of things that happened out there today. But, I mean, usually, the medium tyre at most tracks is the optimum, on this game anyway, is the optimum race tyre. I'll go, not at all tracks, but at most, I'd say 95% of the tracks, the medium compound is the optimum race tyre around any track. Most tracks, stuff that one up right again. But anyway, we'll push on. And yes, they've just prolonged the life. They're consistent with the lap times. The drop-off is very, very slow. You can preserve the life out of them, and you can actually stretch them, especially when they're in that danger zone coming towards the end of a Grand Prix. You can absolutely stretch them. As Droftas, there you go. Droftas is starting to put the foot down now. How's he? I told you, 2 laps to go, and if he had anything left, it would be now where he starts to close in. Look at this. He's all over the gearbox of I Am Sloth. Well,
He made the mistake last week. He actually went a lap early in his pursuit for places last week. He went a lap early, unfortunately, and got overtaken on the last lap. So maybe Droftas thinking about that. I'm going to make his move, if he's going to make one on Sloth, or try to, on the very, very last lap. Still 2 laps to go, so we'll see.
Well, I did miss Andenge getting by Aylan there, but there you go. Aylan all over the back of Andenge again. And this is battle resumed here, folks. Battle resumed. Got 1.5 laps remaining. 1.5 laps remaining. And Aylan and Andenge, well, there you go. You can see it for yourself. And Denge and DJ Death Dragon. You can see DJ in the distance. And DJ doing a stellar job. Let's have a bit of a check on driver of the day. At the moment, Droftas is leading this one. Well, it's a bit of a tie between Droftas and the Extremist. And, well, let's just have a look for everybody at home. Droftas started P4. The Extremist started P18. And, well, yeah, absolutely great drive from the Extremist. And Droftas, to be fair. But there you go. There you go, Housey. There you go. It's on for young and old in the drive of the day. I think the Extremist has just not nudged ahead a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. Come to the final flag. Put up a bit of lap time then. Sloth just putting the hammer down himself, I think. He's seen what Droftas is up to, I think. And he's decided going to go all in. Aylan back past Andenge. Andenge is spun. Turn 1. Aylan back past. I think Andenge's got no doubt. Give me a better camera angle. Yeah, Andenge, no damage, but a little spin. Whether there was any contact, I don't know. But Aylan back through on Andenge.
Well, Aylan's got no wing damage. And but the Extremist has a penalty. Yes, the Extremist does have a penalty. But he came from P18.
Oh, he's off here. Extremist running very, very wide on the exit of turn 7. Just cost himself a whole heap of time.
Absolutely, but he will keep that 8th position nevertheless. He does only have 3 seconds to his name, and he has won it. The driver of the day has been won by the Extremist. And rightly so, I do believe. Rightly so, to be fair.
Right there, though.
And Denge gets by Aylan again. So Aylan, well, he's just struggling a little bit. He's the Godfather. And Denge put the pedal down after that little spin. Caught back up to Aylan. Got past him with 1 more lap after this one to go. Here, Housey.
Yep. Indeed.
Yeah, Slothy's got this. Sloth has got this. He's had more in the bag. Look at that. Dropped us out of VRS. Sloth has done enough. He's absolutely done enough, barring any, well, untowards thing. Well, I said the other week that no, that's how.
Me, not you.
Yeah, don't listen to Housey. That's Housey. That is Housey when he doesn't know which way to go. That's the process of elimination there, Jess, when it comes to driver of the day. If it is a tie and one's got a penalty and one doesn't, we usually give it to the person without the penalty. But yes, the extremist, well and truly in his right, has won this one, of course, and doing a great job. At the moment, he's going to keep that 7th place. At the moment, he is going to keep that 7th place because Chewy is 3.2 seconds behind him. He's going to be bloody close. Absolutely going to be bloody close. But Droftas has caught back up within half a second. I think it's too little too late here, Housey. I think Slothy Boy's done enough. Slothy Boy has done enough. He's just got a few more corners to negotiate here, Housey.
Battery as well. Sloth's got more battery still, so Sloth should have enough on battery power alone. No chance from Droftas.
Oh, Mikey G, another one. Oh, is that his another one or his first one? It's his first one. It's his first one. I do apologise, Mikey G.
Yeah,
as I am Sloth through 16, turn 17, and turn 18. And Slothy Boy wins here at Suzuka, Japan. And there you go. Droftas P2. Tommy will bring this bad boy home in P3. DJ, great drive from DJ Death Dragon. P4. Aylin P5. Will he keep it? No, he will not. And Denge will jump him. And Denge will certainly jump him. Aylin will cross the line in P5. He'll be jumped by Andenge. The Extremist will keep that P7. Great drive, the Extremist. And driver of the day too. There you go, Chewy Racing. Look at that, 2/10 Housey. Chewy misses out on the top 7 by 2/10 of a second. Mikey G, P9, Wab Stappen will take that 10th position. He's been a bit quiet this Grand Prix, has Wab Stappen. Flown under the radar a little bit, but P10 is great. Kaiserhoff, P11, Nico Rosberg will finish this one in 12th, and Bannister in 13th.
Yep, Curly then bringing him home in 14th as well, so Curly finishing the race. Congratulations to him. Just waiting for Bannister then. And this one is
turn me down a little bit. And I think our voices, I've been doing it as you've been speaking there, Housey. I think I've paired us up a bit better than what we were at the start, but there you go. Anyway, we'll wait for these timing screens. We're going to do the podium celebrations first, folks. The game has given it to Tommy. He will get a special mention, of course, in the Twitter post, but we have given it to, the viewers have given it to the Extremist. And there you go. There you go. And look at that. Slothy Boy takes the trophy, holds that trophy aloft. He punches his fist and says, "Thank you, boys. I hope that champagne tastes great, Slothy Boy." Has dropped us, is spraying him with the champagne. And Tommy up there as well in P3. Great drive, boys. Awesome Grand Prix to be a part of. As we'll have a look at this. And there you go. I am Sloth. P1, P2 from Droftas, and Tommy in P3. Great drive by DJ. But Nico Rosberg with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1 minute 30.078. And we'll wait for this timing screen to all roll through. Do a thing for the stewards as they do every week, which is absolutely appreciated. And there you go. That's the end, or the back of the field. And there you go. So I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to go on a brief pause. We're going to get these drivers in for an interview. Hopefully, Slothy Boy will join us. Don't count on it, but hopefully he will. And we'll get the driver of the day in as well. Thank you very much. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. We've got a driver in the chat, Housey. Very, very unusual. Some of the boys going gun shy, but we've got our second place man. Speak of none other than the new Portonian, the man of few words, Droftas. Congratulations on a great drive there, mate. Slothy boy just looked like he had too much in the tank at the end there for you to get the job done. You did creep up towards the end there, Droftas. Just talk us through it, mate. What were your thoughts on how to get by him?
To be honest, I didn't think I'd get by him. I just was hoping that he'd get one more warning. He had 2 warnings because I checked under one of the 19 safety cars we had. And he was on 1 warning away from a pen. So, but no, I forgot to take the pressures out the tyres at the start. So, second the result.
Well, I tell you what, though.
It was nice. It was nice to be able to see the leader for a whole race.
Well, I tell you what, though, Droftas. I mean, I know that he wasn't here today and he hasn't had the best of luck, but he's DNF very early doors, and well, the man who was sitting behind him prior to this Grand Prix, Pillars, could not make it due to personal reasons this Grand Prix, which is unfortunate. We do hope everything's okay with you, Pills. But Droftas capitalising here at Suzuka, and well, I do know he's a fair way in the distance, but a few more of them would be nice from the P's, man, don't you think?
Yeah, well, Anden's killed him, so he's going to get some bonus points for that. And anyone else that wants to any other week, they can have some bonus points as well.
Oh, there you go. So you heard it from the man himself, the P2 man. That was Droftas, everybody. And, well, a solid drive yet again from you, my friend. Before this Grand Prix, you were sitting in P3 in the championship, just 12 points behind Pillars. But you have now jumped him to sit comfortably P2 in the championship. I tell you what, can anyone hunt down P's? Well, if he has sessions like what he did this Grand Prix, I'm sure the race is well and truly on. But don't count on it, folks. That was very uncharacteristic. Such a great Grand Prix. There was battles throughout of this one here, Housey. Have you got anything further to add, mate?
Obviously, I think just to thank you to the reserves that have stepped in tonight. Done a good job. Obviously, Tom Go doing a brilliant job to take a podium there. Obviously, Extremist having a great drive for the driver of the day. Up the positions he did.
Yep.
Very good racing, generally, as always, from these boys. So, just a congratulations to everyone. Nico with the fastest lap as well. Probably should mention that. I know he pitted late after needing a wing, but still ends up taking that point for fastest lap. So, congratulations to Nico.
Yeah, absolutely there, Housey. And, well, I'll tell you what, next week, well, I do believe there's really only one more difficult track after this week, and that is Monaco, of course. But that is in a few weeks' time. Next week, we're at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. And probably, arguably, I dare say, everyone's favourite. I mean, it's a great track is COTA. And you will see all the boys in both divisions tackling that magnificent track. But it's probably a good place to end this one here, Housey. And, well, been treated to another great couple of races here at Formula 4. As always, the boys putting on a show. But, yes, we are Formula 4 Racing. We hope you've enjoyed that one. We've loved bringing it to you. But from us, for now, goodbye.